from Salt Lake County Aging and Adult Services, and I'm here to take you through part 2 of our 4-part series of our 15-minute workouts. Last week was posterior chain. This week is going to be balance, and we're going to have some strength exercises that help support our balance or make our balance better. And then we're also going to have some balance exercises that are to really exercise our balance. So sometimes I'm going to have you hang on to your chair. You do need to have a chair today. We are going to do one exercise that you actually have to sit on it. And there's going to be some exercises where you don't use the chair unless you want to. Okay, so we start with that 3-minute warm-up, 10 minutes worth of work, 2-minute cool down. All right, you ready to get going? Okay, I'm going to start my stopwatch so I make sure that I actually do what I say I'm going to do. All right, let's go ahead and march it out. Remember, just marching is a balance exercise, right? Because we got a single leg stance every time we lift one foot. I like to think of my march as a chance to set my posture. So I'm going to pull my belly in, lift my chest. Good. And you know me, I do about 30-second intervals. That mainly because I can't see what you guys are doing. And I want to make sure I do the movement long enough. Let's go to bicep curls and heels out in front. When you're on your own and doing a workout like this, you can do 15-second intervals. You can do 45-second intervals. There's no magic. Main thing is just to do it, right? Remember with the warm-up, you want to warm up all your joints. So just think of all the joints and make sure you do exercises to hit all of them. Good. All right, now we're going to take this behind. We're going to tap the toe behind, squeeze your rear end, punch those arms out in front. Remember, if shoulders are sensitive, you can punch those arms down. Squeeze your rear end. You really want to feel that rear end squeeze, belly in nice and tight. Try not to arch your lower back. Good. Keep moving. Should start to feel a little bit of a cardiovascular response, a little increase in that heart rate. Good. Let's take this to a side-to-side step. Swinging those arms forward and back, whatever feels good to you. Excellent. Now we're going to change this to a hamstring curl. So we're going to bring the heels out in front, or heels in back, and we're going to bend and straighten at the elbows. Heels in back, bend and straighten at the elbows. Remember, you can always play your own music in the background if that helps you. Good. Belly in tight. Here's again, single leg balance, right? Whenever we bring that heel up. Now we're going to change this to knees. And remember, that knee doesn't need to be high if that's uncomfortable for you for whatever reason. But if you can, I want those arms either swing out in front of you, and then if your shoulders don't mind it, you can take those arms up overhead. Remember, anytime we take the arms overhead, we're going to get a bigger cardiovascular response. So if you don't want your heart rate going up, keep those arms low. Breathe. Good, bring them back down. Excellent. Now we're going to take those legs wide, step and tap. I want you to do a shoulder roll on each side. Almost done with our warm-up. We're about to get into our first strength exercise. Remember to breathe. Warm-up, you just get that blood flowing, right? That's what we want to do, is get the blood moving. Let's go to a step side to side. Almost done. Excellent. March it out. Come back to your chair. We're going to stand on, this is strength exercise, so we're going to use the chair. We're going to take the leg out to the side. All I'm doing is lifting the leg the slightest little bit out to the side. I'm not swinging, I'm not changing my upper body. That's all staying very steady. Belly in nice and tight. Working glute medius. And all I'm doing is counting how many we get in 30 seconds. Then I'm going to do the same amount on the other side. That's what you need to do as well. Or just do 30 seconds worth. You'll probably do about the same. Let's switch sides. I did 12. And I'm finding that I do 12 to 14. Shouldn't be getting in many more than that in 30 seconds. Just try to make sure you even it out. If you're off by 1, it's no big deal. Belly in tight, chest lifted, working that glute medius. Almost there. Don't lift that leg super high. Remember, it's about muscle movement, not swinging the leg. Momentum, that's what I'm trying to say. Good, relax. And now what we're going to do is our heel walk. So we're gonna walk around. This is a balance exercise. So you're not hanging on to anything here. We're walking around. You can walk around your chair. I might go off camera for a second here. You can take little steps, belly in nice and tight, working the front of the calves, trying to keep the toes from being on the ground. Let's make it back to our station here. And now we're gonna stand on one leg, if you can, and we're gonna do bicep curls. So if you can't stand on one leg, keep those toes down, or you can always stand on one leg. We're standing on the left leg or the right. Just remember which one, because we're gonna do the opposite one next time. And we're gonna, this time, same leg, but we're gonna lift the arms up to the front. Change the lever a little bit. Belly in nice and tight. Good. Excellent. And now we're gonna do calf raises. So we're gonna stand, and this is strength, so I want you to hang on. I don't want you to be preoccupied with balance on this. Really working that strength. Control up and control down. Working the lower leg. Of course, that has a lot to do with our balance. Strength exercise here. Good. Let's do one more. And then we're gonna make our way around to our chair, and we're gonna work our core. I'm sitting on the edge of my chair, sitting up nice and tall, and I'm just gonna lean back slightly and come forward. So I'm hinging at my hips. I'm trying not to just arch at my back. We don't wanna do that, okay? Just hinging at the hips, leaning back just the slightest bit, and coming forward again. It's a very small motion, belly in nice and tight. The stronger you get, the bigger the motion might become. But to start, make it small. Good. Stand it up, and we're gonna go right into our tandem walk. That's where we walk on a curb, right? Just like you're walking on a curb. Now, this is not comfortable for you. Just walk normally, but just take a little bit more of a narrow stance. And again, if I weren't trying to stay on camera, I'd be taking the length of the room, you know. You don't need to stay in a small little space. Good. Making your way back to your chair, and what we're going to do is still balance. Stand on one leg and kick the legs. So remember, at the beginning, we stood on one leg and did our arms. This time we're standing on one leg and moving our lower body. Good. Switch sides. Same thing, kicking that leg. Remember, if your balance isn't great, hang on to your chair, no big deal. Belly in nice and tight. Remember, the better the posture, the better the balance. Good. Last strength combo. We're going to hang on to our chair, and we're going to take one leg and just squeeze it back, really squeezing the rear end, the butt. Squeeze. And again, counting how many you do so that you do about the same. And again, if you don't count, you'll probably do about the same. If you're off one or two, no big deal. Squeeze that glute. Soften the standing knee. Good, let's go to the other leg. I'm gonna face you this time, just taking that leg straight back, hanging onto that chair. Belly in, lift and lower, don't swing, it's not about momentum. Belly in, chest lifted, good. Even something like this is gonna get your heart rate up, right? I'm feeling a little heat here. You don't have to move a ton to get that response. Good, now we're going back to the beginning, and we're gonna take the leg out to the side. Squeeze, this is strength, so still hanging on. Glute medius, so there's 2 glute exercises in a row. Starting on our second and final round. Squeeze, lift and lower. It's not about swinging. Notice my upper body really doesn't change. It stays the same. Good. Excellent, let's switch sides. Trying to keep the heel leading the way. So we're not leading with the toes. Trying to keep the leg in the same orientation that you would have in good posture. Really targeting the back of the top of the glute. A few more here. Good. And relax, and now we're going back into that heel walk. Staying on those heels, toes are lifted. Go at your own pace. If it's better for you, stand in your chair. Doesn't matter. Gotta be creative. Find what works for you. Good. Making your way back to your starting place. Continuing with our balance. We're gonna stand on one leg and do our bicep curls. So again, if your balance isn't great, have that chair next to you. This one, the movement is in our upper body, not our lower body. Remember, that toe can be right next to the ground. We're gonna change this to a forward lift, working the shoulders, increasing the length of that lever, which is gonna tax the abdominal area. It's gonna challenge it a little bit more. Good. All right, round of strength, coming back to your chair, going up onto those toes. So remember, we don't want to do this without hanging on because it's a strength round, not a balance round. I really want you to focus on the strength aspect, not the balance aspect. Good, keep moving. Belly in nice and tight. Go at your own pace. Remember, you can go slow. You can't really go super fast because we want full range of motion, but you can go at a pretty good pace. Good. Coming around to the front of your chair, working the core. Sitting down, remember this one, sit up nice and tall, hinge at the hips, lean back, come back forward, not at the lower back. Hips lean, come back forward. It doesn't need to be a big motion. Sometimes I like to put my arm out. That helps. Lean at the hips, come back. If you feel any discomfort in your lower back, you need to either stop the exercise or make a smaller range of motion. Good. Stand it back up, and we're going to go right into our tandem walk. That's one foot in front of the other, like we're walking on a curb. Something we used to do without even thinking about it. And remember, heels and toes don't need to touch. Just think that you're walking on a tightrope. And if you can't walk on that tightrope, then just keep a nice narrow stance. And if it's better for you, you can always do a stance instead of a walk. Good. All right, we're going to stand on one leg and we're going to kick. So I like to try to do these in posture rather than having my arms out. I want to learn how to balance in proper posture. Other side, remember, you can always hang on to your chair if you need to. Doesn't mean you don't keep that posture though. Right? And you can move your leg however you want. But I like this one. I like the kick out and in. We're almost done, you guys. Good. Coming back to your chair, you're going to take your leg back, squeeze those glutes. Squeeze that glute. Big part of our balance, our gait, is our gluteal. So this is strength, so we're hanging on. Good, and now the other side, here we go. I'm gonna face you on this one, just so you can see. I'm just swinging, I'm not swinging the leg back, I'm lifting the leg. I said I was swinging, but I'm not swinging. I'm lifting the leg. And I'm not arching my back, that's what I meant to say. I'm not arching my back, keeping my belly in nice and tight. Almost done, we just gotta cool down. Got a few more seconds here. Squeeze that glute, get back in touch with those glutes. They do a lot of good work. And relax, and let's go to our march. And because it's a cool down, we're gonna take our movements smaller. We're gonna take our legs out wide. You did it. Bring those legs in. One more time, we're gonna take those legs out. And we're gonna step and tap. Step and tap. Good roll of shoulders. Good, big shoulder rolls. Excellent. Good, coming back here to your chair, take one leg up and let's roll the ankle around. Let's go in the other direction. Good, let's take the other foot up. Remember, we're holding on here. This isn't a balance exercise. You can always do this seated if you like. Good. And relax. Again, rolling those shoulders. Not quite done here. I want you to take your arm out in front and swing it. Other arm and swing, stretching those abdominals. Swing. Good, and now we're going to do a little twist. And I'll let those arms just kind of swing around, whatever feels comfortable to you. I think this is a great warm-up and a great cool down, this swing right here. Good. Coming back to our standing position, and let's let our head go from one side to the other. Nice and easy, one side to the other. Good. Let's take a deep breath up. Take those arms down. One more time, deep breath. There's our 15 minutes. I hope this helps. I hope you can work this into your weekly routine. Have a great day.